Hey, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Xavier Smith, and today I'm going to talk about the nitrogen cycle. So let's start with two key vocab terms here. There's nitrogen fixation, which is the capture and conversion of nitrogen into a form that is usable by plants. So it is from nitrogen gas, which is not usable, into a form of nitrogen that is usable by plants, which is NO3 negative here if you look at our two charts. Then there's this nitrogen fixation can happen by bacteria, which there are nitrogen fixing bacteria in our soil and in our oceans, or by electrical storms, which happen near the ocean sometimes. Then there's denitrification, which is nitrogen is put back into the form of gas, and that goes back into the atmosphere. So, using like the converse property, we can say nitrification is just atmospheric nitrogen gas going to usable, well, normal nitrogen that's not in the atmosphere. And this is just bacteria, and fixed nitrogen will make nitrogen gas. So you have fixed nitrogen, like some fixed nitrogen down here, and then there's denitrifying bacteria, and then denitrification happens, and the nitrogen is back into nitrogen gas and in the atmosphere. So nitrogen gas in the atmosphere can go through nitrification. That is how it gets out of the atmosphere. Again, we'll go into a different form of nitrogen that is not gas. So this can go into the soil, or it can go into our seas, our oceans. And then there are other cycles down here that happen by the biotic communities in the oceans and in the soils that basically convert these dead matter, which there's plants. Plants get this nitrogen, this fixed nitrogen that's usable. So plants get this nitrogen. Then when they die and there's animal waste, it turns into, well, decomposers turn it into another form of nitrogen. And this biotic community nitrifies the bacteria, and it keeps passing on until it can be used by plants again. And at some point, denitrifying bacteria could take some of this nitrogen and denitrify it and send it back into the atmosphere. And that is the same thing that happens down here in the ocean. There is nitrogen fixation. It goes to cyanobacteria in the ocean. But here we have our NO3 negative, which again can be used by plants. And down here in the ocean, it's used by phytoplankton instead. Then again, that dies, decomposers take it, and it just keeps changing form. And eventually, denitrifying bacteria can take some of that in, go through the process of denitrification, and it's sent back to the atmosphere. So it's denitrification puts the nitrogen into nitrogen gas into the atmosphere, and then nitrification is the opposite of denitrification, and it will re-put that nitrogen down into the soil or into our oceans. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if this was helpful.